Hi, I am reading some scary stories from Reddit. This one really caught my eye. The question goes, Redditors who have worked around death/burial, what's your best ghost story? I used to work in a nursing home. The residents in certain rooms would complain about a man in their room at night. But hallucinations are common in the elderly, so it wasn't really noticed. One night, I was mopping the dining room, which had huge windows overlooking the garden. It was about 1 a.m., so pitch black outside and low lighting inside. I had this horrible feeling of being watched, so I looked up and reflected in the window was a man behind me. He had a brown suit, a bowler hat, and the cruelest look on his face. He grinned and his mouth was too big. This happened in seconds, and when I turned around, there was obviously no one there, but I'll never forget that look of evil on his face. I paid more attention to the residents after that, and they'd all seen the same man. He just enjoyed terrorizing people. During my apprenticeship, I worked at a funeral home said to be haunted by an old funeral director assistant who had a heart attack in the building and died. All he ever did was mess with the chapel lights, and if you called him out, something like, "John, the family's coming, please don't," they would return to normal. Not really sure if I believe it was really haunted, but saying something always fixed the issue, so I kept doing it my entire time there. I used to be a driver for a funeral home corporation, like drive the hearse and pick up the bodies. Never had anything creepy happen. A few funny things, a few traumatic things. In general, it was a chill job. However, I did get incredibly uncomfortable one night picking up a man who died at home. He still had the defibrillator leads on his chest and his eyes were closed, which is unusual because the eyes are always open. He just looked like he was asleep or unconscious. Not rigid or pale or anything. I just had this sinking feeling for about half an hour in traffic that he was going to suddenly gasp and wake up in the body bag. Then it hit me. That would be the coolest thing ever. I'd take him home and he'd be back with his family. So I just kind of drove slowly and turned up some music and sang along and talked to him. When I got him to the funeral home, I left him out of the cooler for about an hour while I did some paperwork and played on my phone. When I got another call, I checked on him and his limbs had started to stiffen. I was kind of bummed. I put him in the cooler and went on my next call. Okay, at first I didn't know where that was going, but it makes sense. It would be nice to tell a family, hey, your relative is actually alive. Let's read this story. I used to work as a nursing assistant in assisted living communities. Usually when a resident started to need hospice, they were transferred out to a higher level of care, so I didn't see death for a long time. When I first started, my favorite resident, let's call her Marilyn, would play Scramble with me. She was completely alert and oriented. Sometimes she likes to sit quietly with an iPod shuffle clipped onto her vest and these huge headphones. She loved music. Slowly, she started to decline. I would help her get ready for bed, and she would get upset when she forgot how to do something. The only thing that calmed her down was playing music off my phone. She liked Frank Sinatra and the Beatles. Her independent ability declined rapidly, and soon she was bedridden. Still loved listening to music. This was during COVID, and her quality of life was diminishing so quickly that we didn't transfer her out. She had an apartment at the facility with all her belongings where she was comfortable. By the end, her dementia had progressed to the point that she couldn't remember how to swallow. Marilyn passed away with me. The head nurse and her family at her bedside in her apartment. I did her post-mortem care afterwards, styled her hair how she liked to wear it, even clipped her little iPod onto her shirt. A few days after she died, her neighbor kept wandering into the lobby during night shift, always at 3 a.m. She complained of loud music coming from the next unit. The apartment was vacant, just full of Marilyn's belongings. She said the music was so loud, it was deafening. Whenever the night shift worker went to check, he didn't hear anything. Not really creepy, more sad. I miss Marilyn. Here's another one. When my cousin was 18, he was in a bad wreck, and him, his girlfriend, and sister were all pronounced dead at the scene. The police arrived to inform my aunt, his mom, and she asked that he be sent to a specific funeral home. While they were preparing to embalm him, he raised up and asked, "Where the hell am I?" The funeral director said it was the first time he ever had to go home and change pants. I should add that the top of his head was open and his brain was exposed. He was sent to the hospital. The same police officer came to my aunt to tell her he was not dead but in the hospital. They thought he'd be in a vegetative state, but a few weeks later, he walked out of the hospital. My aunt said it was the worst and best day of her life. No way. I mean, I'm glad that he didn't pass away. Rest in peace to the other ones, but that is crazy. Thank you for joining me today. If you like these stories, please like, subscribe, and join me next week to hear more scary stories. I'm not sure what the main topic will be, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. And if you have any stories, let me know too. I would love to read them. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.